can sell records at Forever Records in Cobden Chambers, Plates Records on St James's Street underneath the Malt Cross, and Rough Trade.
Film booths, got JT Store where they'll stock your vinyl. Even Jam Cafe, they've got a local section where they'll stock your vinyl.
As a track has been made available to the public, as far as we're concerned now, that would be your release date. You can build up to an impact date, but yeah, that would be your release.
Since working records for our label, there's been a lot of talk about impact dates. That's what PR calls. So impact dates would be leading up to the release date. Maybe the impact date of your video being launched, or maybe something coming onto streaming.
It's an amalgamation of everything. So I think the first thing that's really important is to start building a local scene, start gigging, start making friends in your local market, and I think that's a really good way to start building the foundations. Defining what your USP is, so your unique selling point, what's setting you apart from your peers. I think it's really important to have a consistent message across all of your social platforms, whether that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, your music videos, your visual. You know, people are going to be going to those as a reference point, so it's really important that they're coherent.
Work your plan backwards, as in don't set your release date until you have your video made and your CDs produced, ideally. Do your homework before you've set your release date, because a lot of the time, a lot of releases just getting people to listen to your music and getting people to write about your release so people can listen to it. So again, if you have your video ready, you can be sending your electronic press kit, which has your photographs, it has a download link, has a streaming link, has a video, has a few quotes about what you might sound, what this release is a little bit like. So you can send that to bloggers and promoters. Give yourself as much time as possible, so you can get people talking about and listening to your release. Be awesome.
So don't take ages to release your music. So that's not to say you shouldn't plan ahead and like form a plan of how you're going to release it, but don't spend years and years refining your recording. There comes a point when you've got to get your music out there, otherwise you will get fed up with it. Work out how you're going to promote it, so that's who you're going to contact to try and help publicise your music. So who you're going to send music to, like who are journalists, bloggers, radio people. Figure out who you like reading, who you like listening to, work out how they like to receive music and get it to them through whatever method they prefer. Releasing your music, and like you've done, like you've manufactured the records, you've done your launch gig, that isn't the end of it. You've got to keep being active, you've got to keep engaging with your fans if you are lucky enough to have any. You've got to keep putting more music out there, you've got to keep active and keep busy and make sure that you remain in people's mind. My top tip:
distributor in this day and age, I don't know, it just gives somebody a platform who maybe hasn't got the label backing at this time to kind of reach another demographic. One of my friends actually works at the Orchard, who's really good, so I'd recommend them.
They're like an aggregator that would put your music onto lots of the different platforms. There's TuneCore and there's CD Baby. We used to use a firm who were a national firm. They've since gone out of business, and one of the reasons maybe they went out of business was some of their ethics weren't all that. We realised that we pay a yearly fee for everything we put up, and then we found in the years following the release, when we weren't pushing that release, we went back to see how sales had done, but there was obviously another yearly fee. It actually meant we were in debt from some of our releases. So with that in mind, we set up our own digital distribution, where we'll get it on 60 platforms, streaming platforms, download platforms, our in-flight distribution service. So we will take 19% of every download made. We'll be taking a share in your success, but if you don't sell anything, you won't owe anything.